So, the first writer we are going to take is Francis Bacon. He is known as the father of English essay because he was the first one to write essays in English. Basically, he was a philosopher and he was a politician, a public figure, and he was the one who pioneered the scientific method of thinking, the logical method of thinking. All right. So let us see his early life. So Francis Bacon was born on the 22nd of January in the year 1561. He was the son of Sir Nicholas Bacon. Nicholas Bacon was the Lord Keeper of the Great Seal of the country. Lord Keeper, the officer who is in charge, who has the physical custody of the seal, the stamp of the monarch. So his father was that. His father was the Lord Keeper of the seal of the crown. His early education, if we talk about that, so Bacon was educated at home due to ill health. He was not a very healthy child. So due to poor health, his early education was done at home, and he received tuitions from at home, and a graduate student from the University of Oxford was his personal tutor, John Walsall. That's his name. Then he entered Trinity College, Cambridge, in the year 1573 when he was 12 years old. And he entered with his older brother, Anthony. And they studied there for 3 years. And they were under the personal guidance of the future Archbishop of Canterbury. He learned religion, he learned everything. The syllabus over there, the curriculum over there was medieval. So in medieval curriculums, theology is there. You have to learn everything about religion, the Bible, everything. So when he was studying in Cambridge, he met Queen Elizabeth I, the monarch at that time, for the first time. And she was very impressed by his intellect, his intelligence, and she used to call him the young Lord Keeper. His father was the Lord Keeper, so she used to call him the young Lord Keeper. And in 1576, both the brothers entered Gray's Inn. Gray's Inn is a law university, college. They studied law over there, and actually, it's a residential place where future barristers, they stay there and study there, and later on they practiced. So both the brothers uh, entered Gray's Inn, but Francis Bacon, he left after a few months because he was called for a diplomatic mission. He went to Paris with the British ambassador, and for the next 3 years, we see him visiting a lot of countries. He went to Italy, he went to Spain, he went to other places. And during his travel, apart from the diplomatic duties that were assigned to him, he studied language, he studied stagecraft, and he studied law, civil law. So he was doing a lot of diplomatic tasks. Then his father suddenly died in 1579, and then Bacon had to come back to England. So he was thinking of a career, and he felt that he had three goals in his life: to uncover truth, to serve his country, and to serve his church. Now, to uncover truth, we know that this time was the time of Renaissance. And in those times, before that, Britain was in the Middle Ages. Very superstitious place it was. Nobody questioned anything. They simply believed in something because it is written in the Bible, or some king has said it, or somebody else has said it. And nobody reasoned, nobody questioned, nobody went for logic. So he wanted to uncover truth. That we'll see in the essays, all right? Uh, to serve his country and to serve his church. So, to achieve these goals, he sought prestigious positions. And he had uh, relations with the member of parliaments and people from the royal family also. He has patrons. So his parliamentary career began. Uh, he became the member of parliament, and from 1500 and 1884 onwards. And he was first elected as an MP for Bossini, then from Cromwell, then from other places. And he served Liverpool as a member of parliament. Then he served uh, other places also, Middlesex, Cambridge, and later on, I mean, he was very liberal minded. In the parliament, he was seen as a liberal minded reformer. He was very eager to simplify and amend laws. And though he was the friend of the crown, he was very in good terms with the royal family. He opposed feudal privileges and dictatorial powers that he didn't like at all. And he spoke against religious persecutions also. So later on, he was not that favorite of the queen. But then, after the death of Queen Elizabeth in the year 1603, James the First came to the throne. And he and Bacon were in good terms. So he bestowed a lot of favors on him. Bacon was knighted in the year 1603. He was called Sir Francis Bacon. Then in the year 1613, he was appointed as the Attorney General, His Majesty's Attorney General. He was the legal advisor, the chief legal advisor to the king and the government. All right. So he became that. Then he became the Lord Chancellor. The Lord Chancellor is the Minister of Justice. He became that in the year 1618. He got that title. That's a very powerful position. Even, outranking the Prime Minister. So he held that position, and in the year 1621, the king honored him by giving him the title of the Viscount. So he was rising in his life, he was rising in his career. Definitely, he had a lot of enemies, and his most famous lifelong enemy was Sir Edward Coke, and he instigated a lot of accusations against him, charged him with 23 separate counts of corruption, taking bribes, appointing favorites. So a committee was formed which looked into the matter, and Bacon was found guilty, and he was fined, and he was kept in a prison, the Tower of London, uh, just for a few days, and the fine was remitted by the king. But it was decided that no other position will ever be given to him. All right. Bacon was declared incapable of holding future offices or sitting in the parliament. And so now he was free. Free to do what? Free to write. All right. So by that, he was 45 years of age, and then he married at the age of 45. And then he took to writing. Okay. He started writing. So what was he writing? Let us see. Major works. We are going to read his essays. All right. So his essays in 3 volumes. He called his essays moral and philosophical reflections. When we'll read it, we'll find the truth behind this line. The speciality of his essays are that they are the subject of the essays, the topic he selects are connected with human beings. Common themes we have. He has written essays on, say, friendship, on truth, on death. Very, very common topics. Anybody can relate to them. Then came the advancement of learning. All right. How learning can be advanced. So he says that if you want to find something new, or you want to actually find something which is told to you by some authority, you should make an inquiry. And that inquiry should be very, very scientific. Scientific inquiry means what? You should do experiments. You should try to find out the truth. You should use logic, reason, you know. Then only you can find truth. Then only you can understand the truth. Same thing he's saying in his next work, Novum Organum. Okay? How to find out things. He's simply telling us methods. New Atlantis is his novel. All right. It was published posthumously. It is a utopian novel. Utopia, utopian novel is any novel that tells about an ideal society. Everybody is happy there. No injustice is there. So that is a utopian society. So his New Atlantis, he portrayed a vision of the future of human discovery and knowledge, expressing his aspirations and ideas for humankind. People of utopia are full of generosity. They are enlightened. They are very dignified. And everybody is happy. So this is what he says. And Bacon is called as the father of empiricism, reasoning. All right. He argues a lot. When we will read his essays, he says something, then he will give you examples, a lot of examples. He'll support his statement with a lot of reasoning, with a lot of realistic reasoning, okay? And examples from the past, this, that. So that is known as the scientific method, the Baconian method. We will see in his essays later on. So this is what he wrote. And on the 9th of April, 1626, he died of pneumonia. And one of his friends accounted for his death. And he stated that he got pneumonia while studying the effects of freezing on the preservation of meat. So he was doing some practical, how to preserve meat. And he was in a sort of a freezer for a very long time. And this is how he got pneumonia and he died. So this is all about the life and works of Francis Bacon. In the next video, we'll be talking about his essays. Thank you.